to the Sunday Fun Day Education Elation live stream show with a laugh. Yes. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. I'm just going to quickly go back to the beginning here, and I'm going to say hello to Green Mini 420. All right. What's happening to Fred Fury's frequency? Ah, beautiful bowl packed with gold seal hash here. I like it. What's happening with the Luck? Good to see you, my friend, the Luck. I think you're new to the show. I don't remember seeing your name before. Welcome to the show. What's happening, Gregory Allen Reed? What's happening to you? Anyway, here we go. Here we go. What's up, BMK? I hope you're having a wonderful day. So, how's everyone doing today? I've just been working upstairs, doing some Christmas decorating and stuff, and putting up some lights and all of that jazz. Getting really excited for the next run, you know what I'm saying? I'm really looking forward to that one. What's up, That Guy Channel 2? Cheers to you. What's up, James Scanlon? What's happening, Soul Price? Holla at your boy. What's happening? What's up, High Goals 420? What's up, William Andujar? How you doing, my friend? What's happening, Ganja Nani, your mama? Welcome to the show. That's right, you made it to the show. Good to see you. What's happening, Happy Guy? Good to see you. All right. I'm getting excited for the next run, everybody. You know what I mean? We're going to be popping beans probably sometime this evening, actually. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll obviously start shooting a little bit of a start there. As we shared, we're going to both be doing the normal kind of grow chant or grow journal videos that we normally do. But at the same time, we are going to be doing kind of little micro shoots. So by the time when we do the harvest video and we do all of that, we're actually going to then, at the same time, do a whole sort of really condensed super video of the whole grow as well. So I'm looking forward to doing that for the first time as well. One second, I'm just going to clean my glasses. They're a little dirty here. Bear with me, everybody. Yes, as you can tell, we're still doing it with the cell phone. We will be back and using the studio soon enough. I've just been, working on other stuff rather than worrying about computer technical crap. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What's up, Sharma 9012? I hope you're doing well as well. All right, good to see you, Ganja. I hope you're doing well there. What's up, Bubba Dank? Good to see you, my friend. I hope your world is treating you well. Upstate New York, A.D. Rondax spreading the love. I don't know if that was a mistype or if that was done right. Now I'm misspelling it. Who knows? What's up, Eugene Dolan? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, Paper Scratcher, as well. Welcome to the show. So long story short, everybody, we're gearing up to get another run started. So that's going to be really fun. Also, too, we're going to be doing at least two cannabis cooking videos this month. We're going to do some Christmas-themed cuisine. I'm debating right now on whether do we do like just two ones that are desserts. I mean, I'm eating healthy. I'm training again to get into fighting shape for everything that's coming. So I can't really necessarily eat a lot of the stuff that I'll be cooking in terms of desserts. So maybe what I could do is we could do a dessert episode and then we could do some Christmas themed dishes that are infused as well. I don't know. What do you think about that? Let's have a vote on that. I mean, what kind of Christmas pot cooking videos do you want this month? Do we just want like baked goods or like doing, tasty little Christmas treats? We could totally just do that. Or we could do Christmas treats and we could do a Christmas meal as well, or Christmas style themed meals for infused dishes. I'll leave it up to you. I mean, let me know. What's happening, Roman Reckless? Good to see you, my friend. You said, Roman says, I have my new 4x8 AC Infinity tent set up, waiting for the new X33050R lights. Hell yeah! Hashtag boom. And then you're going to have another 4x8 flowering area. Hell yeah, my friend. I mean, a 4x8, you're able to crank out a lot of weight. And so I'm very excited for you, and I'm looking forward to see everything that you do in that new tent, my friend. Sorry, just reading. Sharma9012 says, what are we going to be growing through this run? So obviously we're going to be popping some of those Gathers genetics again. Not only are we going to do those, I'm thinking for fun. So what I might do is pop a few less beans of each this time, and then actually go into the vault and pull out a couple of sort of things that are fun, some rarer things. Maybe, I mean, we've got over 200 things in our catalog here, so what should we do? What should we do? So I'm going to kind of pop in there today when we're popping beans, and I'll go through the list, and I'll see if there's anything that jumps out at me that I feel could be fun for us all to play around with. If I had actually remembered to bring the damn vault key down, we could have gone through the list together. Excuse me, everybody. All right, give me a second here. But so we're definitely going to be doing those Gathers genetics, and then we're going to pop something fun and fresh in there too. What that means, I'm not 100% sure yet. Sharma 9012. We will figure that out though, and it's going to be a good time. So Pig Scratcher, the ones from Gathers there, just to again for those of you who don't know, because I don't think you've been around in a while, Paper. So that is K-Town Kush, which if I'm remembering correctly was Gazer crossing Afghan Kush, Hindu Kush, and if I'm remembering correctly, a Master Kush, but I could be wrong on that. Again, I'm going from memory. We've got that K-Town by AK-47 as well. We've got that K-Town by Cheese, so we're going to be doing that one as well. We've got an Orange Hindu Kush from Gazers that we're going to play with, and like I said, I'll dust off one or two things as well and pull that out for some fun. But again, I haven't really decided that yet. I mean, I haven't actually sat down and like hell, half the time I don't remember everything that's in the catalog there in the genetic vault, my friends. So we're going to be working on that, figuring that one out. You know what I'm saying? Minneapolis Mike says, "What's good in the hood, Squatch man? I'm doing well, my friend. It's been doing some Christmassy shit and getting ready for the month, and then kind of contemplating about some of the fun Christmas themed videos that we can do." That's right. What's up, the Fatty Thumb? Good to see you, buddy. What's up, Trichromes, Roxy Socks? Well, yeah. So we always have the Gazers ones because that's what we euthanized in the last euthanizing. Okay. So we're gonna be running those for sure. But like I said, I am gonna pull out something sort of unexpected. It'll be a surprise. I don't quite know what that means yet. I've got to go through the list of everything, and because like I said, I can only remember some of what's in there. So maybe something fun will pop out at me, and we can play around with that. Okay. Let's see here. What's up, Cannabis Culture Australia? I hope you're doing well. I will bong on. Yes, I'm going to be doing actually a bong rip here in a moment. I've got my bong just to the right here. What's up, Kate and Crooks? Welcome to the show. I hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday to you as well. Bear with me, everybody. I'm just reading messages here. I mean, I could do Charmin 901 too. My big issue with anything Gorilla Glue number 4, anything crossed with Gorilla Glue number 4, given that it is very much a unstable strain, it is something that very much does in fact herm quite often. So for this run, and given that there's a lot of genetics that I really want to kind of take the time with and play with and really show what Gazers has been working on and creating on some of those, F1 crosses that he's done, and then his stabilized K-Town as well, I want to do them justice. So I want to pick something maybe that I know is not going to necessarily herm on us as well. So I don't know about this time doing anything GG4, but I do have GG4 and different glues and Gorilla Glue crosses in my vault. I know that for a fact. So maybe one of these times when I'm prepared to maybe run the risk of hermaphroditic cannabis, we could do that as well. I mean, Einstein, you know what I mean? It's a fun idea. X-rated Potsquatch. I mean, who knows? But I highly doubt that there would be a market for that. You'd probably be the only one who'd sign up for that one, my friend. But who knows? Maybe one day. What's up, Van Island Beauty? Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well. What's happening, Panda Cat PK? Hope you're doing well. Bubba Dank, am I going to grow them shorter this run? Well, yeah. As many of you may or may not remember, part of why they got so out of control on this run, on the last run, was we were battling these thrips. So they stayed in veg vastly longer than I had wanted them to, which then led to the height stuff. So yes, we will be making an attempt. However, often I grow plants quite big. So yeah, we'll probably keep them a little shorter this time though. Do some fun training and tying down and kind of manipulating them a little bit and kind of getting really hands-on there with it and sharing that with everybody. So looking forward to that. Thank you, Ganjanati. Thank you for asking people to like. I mean, I always feel weird saying, hey, everybody, like that. Smash that like button. Subscribe to your boy. That's what they say on the internet, isn't it? Subscribe to your boy. Smash that like. Do to subscribe. Tell your friends. I don't know. I always feel strange about that. But thank you, Ganjanati. You're lovely. I love you. All right. The Fatty Thumb says maybe four-way. That's old school genetics class in the past. Yeah, no, I've definitely got some fun, old things in the vault, right? So that's kind of one of the things. Some of the stuff that we won't be doing in this run because I want to bring in another couple of tents and do a couple of other setups before I kind of get these ones bopping. Just I've only got a few of the beans, but we do have some very old original skunk beans. I know, right? What? It's even in the package from back in the day. So we'll see how legitimate these supposed 25, 30-year-old original skunks are. I've also got some old school original hash plant. Both of these packs of beans are regulars. So what I'm going to be endeavoring when we pop those ones is one, bloody hope that we get a male. That's one big thing that I'm hoping for. Hoping to get a male so we can at least do an initial fuck, doing an initial production of seed, so then we can have tons of these seeds that we can then take our time and have enough beans to probably do a proper pheno hunt rather than, embracing pollen chucking ability. Since we've only got about 5 of these each of these strains of beans, we're going to have to kind of just go with whatever the hell we've got. And then, but the great thing is regardless of that, there's still going to be all those wonderful phenos locked within the beans that initial fucking or plant fucking will do. So we'll be able to do that, and that will be great, my friends. What's up, Chris Lure? How are you doing, my friend? Is Lure, and is that a German name? Where does that come from? Or maybe it's not a name and it means something else. I could be confused on that as well. But anyway, welcome to the show. What's up, Panda Cat as well? I think I already said hi, but if I didn't, here's hi again. What's up, Boston Buds? Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Triangle Kush. Yes, Sharma 9012. Don't have Triangle Kush. You know that for a fact in my current collection. But hey, if I ever get my hands on some, I'd be happy to grow some of that out as well. I just wanted to take a moment. I'm trying to remember what their name was on here. It was probably Canadian Bacon, or maybe it was someone else. Maybe it was Timothy. One of you. I was supposed to call you in the last couple of days. I'm actually going to try to get a call into you today after the show. You said that weekends were good for you, so I'll give you a quick shout. You were sending me an email, one, about some beans, but also, two, asking some questions in terms of how licensing works in Canada. So I'm going to give you a shout out about that today after the show. What's up, Joey One Love? What's crack-a-lacking with you, my friend? We just chilling doing the show. Keep it sexy, you know what I'm saying? All right. One second here, everybody. I'm just reading. Hello, CJ Johnson. Good to see you. Bear with me here, everybody. Much love back to Colorado, CJ. I hope everything's doing well down in Colorado for you. Hell yeah, CJ. That's the way to be. Bist du von Deutschland? Ja? Ich was leben in Bayern vor 2 Jahren, 6 Monaten. Ich was leben in Ingolstadt und dann in Augsburg in der Oberhausen District. Mein Bruder. Was ist los? Much love to Deutschland. Oh, you're in Canada, though. Wo im Kanada bist du von? Sorry. I'm just having fun with what little German's left in my head, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Jeremiah Sanchez? Yeah, right. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I'm really looking forward to kind of popping some new beans. Greg was popping beans before. Caden's rocking. The Gazzers madness. Gazzers has always got a bajillion plants going. Mikey's transplanting and harvesting and getting things and all of that stuff. And ich hätte gerne etwas Käse. So you hate. I'm not sure. And Gurner, I'm not sure. And was the cheese. I might be reading that wrong. My German is at best shit. So, what's up, CSLRC Lauren? Good to see you, my friend. Much love to you. But yeah, excuse me. I'm getting the itch too, everybody. I mean, I'm ready to go. Gonjanana, how many strains am I going to pop? Well, we're definitely doing those 4 that we euthanized recently. And then I'm thinking 1 or 2 other ones. We'll pop out 1 or 2 other things from the vault. Something maybe weird, something strange, something that nobody has seen or hasn't seen in a really long time. I got to go through the list, though, and we're going to decide, though. Right? Exactly. Oh, you would like some cheese. Aha. Entschuldigung, mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut. Also, Scheiße. Ganjanana, your mama, aren't you worried that they'll grow at different rates? Not really. No, I mean, because at the end of the day, Boston Buds. I mean, I don't know if I have any bubblegum left. Bubblegum was something that we ran a lot at the early, time of the channel. I think I may have used all my bubblegum beans and then didn't save any. I might have something bubblegum in there, but I'll have to go through. I think there is this one mystery bean that I have that I actually oddly have a feeling is a bubblegum, but I can't quite remember either off the top of my head. But we'll go through the list. We're gonna go see what's in there, and see what's ready to rock and roll. Yeah. But so I didn't answer your question. So got you down to your mama. No, I'm not really worried about that. One, at the end of the day, if we do have some plants that aren't growing out at the same rate or aren't ready to go, then I'll just move them into a tent or into another area. But at the same time, it could be also really interesting if we do have a few staggered different variations of plants. Because one, I like a challenge. I like to keep it real. So that could be a fun educational thing too, to share with everyone on all of that. Yes, blueberry bubblegum. I've had it before. It's quite tasty. The blueberry strain has such strong blueberry notes, and where a true bubblegum actually comes out with kind of this double bubble pink bubblegum kind of a scent and flavor to it. One of my favorite things about bubblegum too is not only is it quite a good smoke, my favorite thing about the bubblegum strain is actually pressing it into rosin. So pressing that bubblegum strain into rosin is astonishing what comes out and all those terpene notes and the flavonoids in there. My God, it's literally like smoking bubblegum, but it's all natural. It hasn't actually, in fact, done anything to or added to it to make that smell come out. It's just genetically what it does, which is also just so much fun. What's up, Randy Libby? Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Good evening. Good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. Yes, the fatty thumb. I actually don't have bunker bud in my collection. Bunker bud is extremely rare, almost extinct. I have not seen a true bunker bud in close to a decade. I'm sure it's still out there somewhere, but as most of you know, I don't really typically deal with almost any breeder in the world. There's a few people still out there doing it right. There's a few new people also out there doing it right. But I'd say at least 90 to 98% of what's going out there in the colloquial market of breeders or seed purveyors is just bullshit. It's not done right. It's not genetically true. So I'm very, very careful typically when going out in the market for seeds. However, so a lot of the seeds that I actually have come to me over the years and over my career from growers that I trust and people that also have just as much experience, if not more experience than I, who have also been in the industry, many of them even longer than I have. So they have these extra 2 decades, some of them, where they've been able to see things as well, right? So, and that's where kind of being in the industry a long time and growing a plethora of different types of cannabis and smoking plethoras of different types of cannabis, and you begin to know what a true bubblegum might be, or a true blueberry should be, or a true Hindu Kush should be, or a true Master Kush should be. Obviously, within each world of true genetic, there's a subtle variation of phenos, sometimes a drastic range of phenos as well. But regardless of that, there's usually these key element notes that one can identify with experience. So, at the end of the day, I have not seen Bunker Bud in a very long time. If I can get my hands on a proper, true old school Bunker Bud, it is a classic BC strain. It is one of the weirder cannabises that has ever been cultivated and bred out there. I'd love to grow some for you because it's just so bloody strange. It's a bloody strange plant to see, and it's quite decent smoke to be fair. One of the cool things about Bunker Bud is it is a huge yielder. They don't get huge, but the buds are like the size of footballs, and it's extremely mold resistant. It's one of the most mold resistant strains I've personally ever worked with or ever met. So it's pretty funky, you know what I'm saying? Einstein says, Josh, it could be a pay-per-view on the X-rated parties. That could raise a lot of money. I mean, hey, Einstein, I love the faith you have in me of somehow making basically what you're saying is a porno, and that somehow people would want to watch that. I love the support and the faith in me that you have. I don't know if anyone would pay to watch that. Maybe they would just to have a laugh. Who knows? But thank you for the faith, Einstein. I love it. Sweden's got my back. Danke schön. I don't know how to say thank you in Swedish, so you'll have to teach me there, Einstein, how to say. Maybe you could type thank you very much in Swedish phonetically though, because again, I don't exactly know how to say that. Einstein, man, you know what? Hell, if we could raise $2 million fucking dollars doing that, I mean, I might actually genuinely consider it because that would more than pay for the farm and the genetics brand. But I just don't have the same kind of faith in the marketability of that one that you yourself seem to. But I appreciate the love and the support, man. That's cool. It's quite possible, Randy Libby. I mean, the weather out here over the last couple of weeks has been ridiculous. A lot of crazy things have happened. What's that? Oh, so BMK goes beards, buds, and bubble butts. I love it. I mean, that's a great name. I mean, Uncle Potsquatch's beards, buds, and bubble butts. That's if that that's a great name. If we were to do it, man, that'd be a great name to use, I think. Oh my goodness. Happy 420 to you as well, Fred Fury. Hey, let's take a moment here. I mean, I'm probably going to miss the actual 420 because I wasn't really watching a thing. Paris Hilton could do it, so could I. I don't know. She comes from a very famous family, so there's a bit more of a name pull there, I think, than I might have. But we'll be late on 420 on this one. We've already missed it, but that's okay. I'll do a little bond rip here in honor of 420, even though we've missed the 420. But happy just past 420 to everybody here, at least in BC time and California time. Give me a second here. Just got to clean out that bong bowl. That's looking good. All right, now we're going to grab our handy dandy Potsquatch Growers grinders. This is actually a really old one. This was the test one that was made. So this was made before any of the other ones were made. It's the first one. The other ones, the laser inscribing on it came out a little bit better on it. This was the very, very first trial one that we made, and before we ordered the full thing. So this one's been through the ringer. It's been around. It was the first ever in existence. But very soon we're going to have our store up and running. So not only are all of our CBD products going to be available to all of you, we are also going to have all the swag back up and available for everybody too. So it's taking a little bit longer for our computer guy to finish everything just because he's been quite busy with his other job. So I'm thinking there's a very good chance that it'll be maybe another 2 or 3 weeks and the website will be up. The good news is though, the first product run is being done as we speak on both the beard oils, the new gummies, and all of that jazz. And then, so those are going to be sent up, and I'm going to be doing a little photo shoot with those in order to get the product pictures for the website ready to go. And that's all going to be available for you all very, very soon. If you're wondering, what am I grinding up right now to have a bong rip with all of you? This is actually some of the Hindu Kush that we just rock and rolled and grew. So that'll be some fun times there, my friends. Here we go. Bear with me. I do love our grinders, though. They work extremely well. Everyone who's bought one of these things has been really impressed. And when we made them, we were recreating the old school space cases that I remember from my childhood or early teen years, I guess I should say. When they first came out, they cost like $1 billion. They were like $160 for the big one. It was ridiculous what it used to cost to buy a really good metal grinder when they first came out with kind of those space cases. Ours go for $30 Canadian, so slightly better price on that now, many moons later. I don't even know if you can even acquire the original space cases anymore. That company may have gone under, or it could be owned by someone else and just not quite the same. But anyway, this bong rip is to the 420 that just passed and also to all of you, okay? All right. As you can tell, where I don't mind a good bong rip, I'm not a huge bong smoker like some of you. Woohoo! Yeah. Some of you out there can hit bongs like the champions that you are. That's just on Uncle Potsquatch. I normally smoke my doobies and my blunts. Grabs you by the boo-boo, though, I tell you. Oh yeah, tasty. All right, let's see if I can still think. All right. Okay, so I've got a feeling I've probably missed a few of these messages. Blasted Puffin says, afternoon Potsquatch. Potsquatch reminds me of Seth Rogen. Well, funnily enough, Seth Rogen and I grew up in the same town. He was graduating high school when I was in my first year of high school, I think roughly about that. He went to Point Grey. I went to Lord Byng, just up the road. So we actually come from very, very, very similar places. Give me a second here, everybody. Okay, that's good. All right, so I actually think that this is like a weird website. It's a Russian name here, so I'm just gonna do this. Oh, I can't do it. Okay, someone remove that message of Vostok Tech from Russian sounds at 3:22 p.m. One of my moderators, if you could do that, that'd be great. All right. Yeah, happy 522. I love it, Texas Squatch. I love it. Happy 622 to you, Green Bee 420. What's up, Ryan McKenzie? Hello back to Scotland. I hope everything's doing well down there. What's up, Cody Gentry? I hope you're doing well as well. Oh, yeah. What's up? Happy 2323 to you, guys. Out of your mama. Woo-hoo. Oh, okay. I'm feeling better, everybody. As you can tell, I'm not the world's greatest bong ripper, you know what I'm saying? But yes, William Andujar, all of our grinders, all of our rolling papers, you can buy them. So you can buy singles, you can buy them. We actually have everything available. If you own a store and you want to have it in your store wholesale here, I got one of the packs here. This little display case here. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, pretty, right? Yes. Non-GMO, all organic, and unbleached with vegan-friendly gummy. I mean, wow. Ooh. Wow. That was a good bong rip. Paper Scratcher, I'm a big fan of Doctor Who as well, as I'm sure you can tell. But yeah, no, I love them all. I actually really delved into Doctor Who actually with the 2005 relaunch. After watching through that and kind of falling in love with the show, I went back and watched a lot of the older stuff myself. All right. Bear with me, everybody. I'm trying to read here. Hey, no worries, Fred. I don't normally smoke in my shows, but I figured, screw it. It does make you wonder. It's either really good or really bad. It's hard to say Trichrome's Rocky Socks. What's up, Harvest Moon Goblin? Cheers to you, my friend. All right, everybody. Okay, sweet. I have totally caught up. Gregory. Yes, they are most certainly still in stock here. I'll show you, everybody. I can show you some of the swag here. Let's turn on the lights here. There we go. So, yeah, we've got all the papers in stock, okay? All these white boxes down here, these are all filled with these. So you see, we have tons and tons of grinders in stock. Lots of t-shirts in stock. Lots of hats in stock. And obviously, as we get the store going back up and running, it's been a long time since we've had a functioning store here at Potsquatch Growers for the swag. It's been a battle to try to find a payment portal that will be willing to work with us. So we basically started from scratch, whole brand new website, etc., etc. We're doing it for both the CBD and the swag. It's all going to be on there. There'll also be like a link to the lights on that website. But ooh. 1 second here, everybody. Hey, remember the PBS, buddy. I remember the PBS. But yeah, sorry. my brain totally froze. I was like, what the hell were you talking about? Just pause until you think about it. So we will be bringing out new types of swag and new other types of things as, the swag we have on hand. The 16, 18, 19, I don't even know how long it's been now, months since we've had an operating store has basically been quite a large expense to keep open and keep paying for stuff. It's cost us a few $1,000s to kind of get the new website built and done and hosted and doing all of that. So, but 'tis the way it goes. But once we actually kind of offset all of that and actually, have a few extra bucks in the company, we'll definitely be releasing some fun new things for everybody. Yes, they are hemp papers. That is correct. Roman Reckless, our rolling papers are hemp. Billy Bong Thornton, do I accept cryptocurrency? I believe our website's going to be using, I think, Stripe. Or is it Stripe or is it Square? One of those things. So I don't think they take cryptocurrency, but maybe eventually one day we will do that. I'll talk to my computer guy. That's his department. It's his job to make everything work. So yeah. I know, right, Ryan McKenzie? I haven't watched a lot of her stuff, but I've seen a couple of episodes, and I quite liked what I saw. So we'll have to check it out. And is that bong starting to kick in? I mean, yeah, I think it just froze my brain for a bit, but I think my brain's kind of starting to restart a little bit, so we'll be good. Oh yeah, no worries, Soul Price. I got you, baby. You've done a lot of help with the Discord and setting all that up. It's the least I can do, yo. Hell yeah, Billy Bong Thornton. So anyway, long story short, natural gum. Yeah, they are totally a natural gum. It's a vegan gum, so comes from an Afghani gum plant, I guess, or something like that. But yeah, so it's totally vegan friendly. It could be. Again, Tony Clifton. I mean, that's not my department. So at the end of the day, hey, if it does do that, great, awesome. I'm not worrying about doing the website stuff and how to make things work. I've hired someone to do that now. It just makes my life 1,000 times easier. So Greg Reed, it's again, the store's not technically working right now. So when you go to potsquatchsales.com right now, that is an old website that doesn't work. If you go to potsquatchgrowers.com, that's an old website that doesn't currently work. And it's kind of shitty. Both websites kind of suck. So I'm actually having a whole new website built that's merging those two websites. Well, starting from scratch, but both those websites are going to kind of do that. So both domain names, though, will take you to the same site. We're having that all set up and built. I'm hoping it's done in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Who knows how long it'll take. But it's one of those things. We're having a whole new website coded and built and ready to go for that. So I'll let everyone will know the second we have the store back up and running. I'll tell you, because it's been a very expensive pretend store for a very long time. So I will be happy to let everyone know once we finally get that stupid thing up and running. Hey, what's up, Anna Grant's Artistry? Welcome back to the show. I'm glad you could catch the show today, and we're just having fun, just chatting, talking about the new store and new product lines and all that kind of jazz. So, Soul Price says, yo, how do you get fibers or some kind of materials from the stems that I can make bracelets with? So basically, one of the easiest way to harvest the fibers out of your stalks is just using 3% solution hydrogen peroxide, okay? That's going to go in, that's going to break down the fibers of the stalk. If I remember correctly, the fibers average in range from 1 millimeter to 3 millimeters, if I'm remembering correctly. And then you can use that, you can weave that, you can spin that, make into a string, a braidable string, you could make paper with it, you can do a whole bunch of crap with that fiber. But to do the initial breakdown, it's as easy as using hydrogen peroxide to break that all down. Once it's all broken down into a mush, well, then you can go from there. It's a new age way of doing it. Back in the day, to get fiber, what they would do is kind of almost like beat them and let them almost like kind of rot out, and the fibers would start to break down in stalks, and they'd do it that way. We've come up with a little bit simpler, easier, more effective ways to do it. So a little hydrogen peroxide goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, William, it'll be up as soon as we bloody can get it up. We're working hard. We're going to get it up, everybody. We're just working our little duffs off. And I won't lie to you. I'm not doing much. I am paying someone. I have meetings and talking about it. I make the decisions on what the website's going to do and how it looks and all of that. And I wrote all the pieces like the how, the about, and the this and the that. But we have a wonderful computer technician. You can call them Luna, and they are killing it. Okay, so Einstein, predominantly a purple stem, is indicative of one, a genetic thing, but typically as well some cooler temperatures, but often is a genetic thing. Once in a blue moon, yes, it could mean that a plant is hungry for, CalMag or something like that, calcium, magnesium, very hungry, But really, at the end of the day, in my experience, especially with a lot of the genetics that I do grow, which, are a lot of cushes, a lot of indica-based things, just purple stems is a genetic trait. It's a good sign. If you see red stems, like screaming red stems, that actually, oddly, is actually typically indicative of a big pH issue. You hear me never pHing and never talking about that a lot, but that can be indicative of the pH being off quite severely, and then if you don't address that, if that starts happening, then you can actually have nutrient lockout via pH. So, hey, go for it, Billy Bong Thornton, right? I mean, I'm gonna do some eventually where I break it down, and I don't know what I'll do with it. Maybe we'll make some paper. Who knows? I don't know, but it'll be a fun video for sure. What's up, Christopher Thomas? How are you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Keeping it wonderful today. What's up, Eddie Evans? Good to see you. Anyone I've missed saying hi to, by the way, hello to you. Welcome to the show. No, actually, so sold price, typically in my practice of it, I like to actually, dry out my stems a lot and even let them cure for a while. So let them sit for an extended period of time, and then you'll go break it down. You'll have a vastly more effective result that way. Little bit of 3% hydrogen peroxide, my friend. Let it rock and roll. I hope that helped, by the way, Einstein, with your previous question. Part of me almost wants to go see if I can find the stupid key to the vault here. Maybe we could go through the list. I mean, I've got one upstairs. I could go get that. Just thinking I may have actually stashed one down here somewhere. I know I've stashed a few of them in a few different spots, but let's see. I don't know. Nope, that's the wrong one. Bear with me, everybody. I'm just seeing if we have one of them stashed down here. I don't think so. Well, all right. Bear with me, everybody. I'm just trying to think to see if I have one of these anywhere. Probably just upstairs, but maybe we can go grab that. Bear with me, everybody. I'm just reading. No, Texas Squatch, he's talking about breaking down the fibers and stalks and dried stalks and to make it into a usable form where you can make or play with something. Yes, actually, trichromes rock your socks. I have most certainly, indeedy smoked super lemon haze. For me, it's such a saddy reality, right, that it's not really my favorite thing. I do love the lemony notes to it with the secondary sort of spicy nature. But at the same time, okay, it's so saddy. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of hazes. I mean, they're not my happy place. I know they're hugely popular for a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there that love their haze and are addicted to super saddy realities. And my obsession, my addiction, my love affair has always been with indicas and cushes as well. I started setting up a few little Christmas lights today. Ooh, I've got a lot more to do. I'm going to kind of keep them going up and around through the room here. But yeah, rock and roll. What's up, Gary Jr.? Right now, I'm just trying to find my bloody keys. We might pull out some of the list and go through the list a bit there and see, because we're talking, probably pop an extra 2 different types of genetics for fun on top of Gazzers there. All right. Yeah, it's a start. I've got a bunch more to put up, Eugene Dolan, but so I found the keys, everybody. Pretty sure I found the right ones. Yes, LST UK Big Bud. That is a stripper pole. Put in the living room, but it's mine. No, I'm just joking. Yeah. Yes, BMK. It is a pole dancing pole or a stripper pole. Right now, it's the month of December, so it's doubling as the Festivus pole, for those of you who've seen Seinfeld and remember George's dad in Festivus. Don't forget to water your Christmas tree there, Mikey. Just gonna have a quick cigar here, everybody. Actually, well, funnily enough, Trichrome's Rocky Socks, everybody's like, in a one, I actually can use that thing. It might scare you, but I know how to do it. And I'm not great. So when we filmed our TV pilot, the little television show pilot that we have yet to release, but it will eventually be released to everybody, written by myself and Mrs. Potsquatch, co-directed by myself and Mrs. Potsquatch, and it is a comedic sitcom. It's a runtime on the pilot episode's about 43 minutes right now, and it's a fictional story, but almost every single character for the most part in the show is based off a real person, and it's about Vancouver. It's a dark, twisted comedic sitcom that goes after everybody, but there's actually a scene in it where my character is I'm pimping my own ass to these older ladies, to make some money. Because my character sells a lot of weed, and he sometimes pimps himself, I guess, to older ladies. So it's actually my agent in the show and her girlfriend who are paying me money to kind of like be a whore. And so there's this great scene though where Dottie's character is kind of like, oh my god, and she thinks I spent her rent money that she's given me to live in my place on these prostitutes, but in actuality I'm the prostitute, and it's this, and the pole's there, and I do a move I call the orangutan, and we'll leave it at that. You have to watch the show when it eventually releases for you to be able to see that, but that's basically the extent of my really fancy moves though. Hey, no worries, Eric Grant's Artistry. I'm glad it's working out for you, and at the end of the day, yeah, doing a little topping sometimes can go a long way, if you know what I'm saying. That's right, KMG. I know what that means now. For the longest time, I didn't understand. All these younger people are going, YOLO, YOLO! And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Turns out it means you only live once. I'm pretty sure, anyway. Aha, look at me learning stuff. Yeah, they do say it's a good workout, Boston Buds. You're not wrong. Right, Chris? I mean, a good old mushroom trip is always a fun time. Wait till you hear all the 1,001 voices I can do. Okay, one second here, everybody. I'm trying to play catch up now and read shit. Hey, there you go, Roman. Nothing wrong with that. Gotta love someone who, 10 is 12. You're like, you order 10, you get 12. To them, just 10 is always 12. And I mean, hey, that's a good thing. Gary Jr., in terms of budget, I mean, what type of space are you trying to light? That's a better question, Gary Jr. And also, what country do you live in? Because, is it 300 US that you're playing with? Is it 300 Canadian? Is it 300 New Zealand dollars? I mean, they're all very different. Yeah, Paper Scratcher. It's a very funny television show, I'll give you that. Or at least I like to think so. Hey, what's up, Wow? Cheers back to you. Yeah, no, I'm just on my little weird cigar things now, but I'm even going to, when I run out of these with what I have in hand, I'm going to give those bloody up too. I'm going to still have the occasional nice cigar for sure, but I'm trying to be healthy now. I'm eating healthy. I'm already losing weight. I'm about to start training now. Body's almost fully detoxed. It's great. Bear with me here, everybody. I'm just playing catch-up now. I am slowly reading and catching up. There we go, I caught him. Well, Gary Jr., and so you're US. I mean, have you ever taken a look at either our little Squatch or our big Squatch? It's a great place to start. You know, technically you can put a double Squatch into a 4x4, and that's where you'll really crank it out. But if you want a reliable light that's going to run for years and actually work, and then, you know, you can save up and buy more and slowly, you know, I always say to people, you know, I am going to do a video series on doing a grow on a budget, right? Where I'm going to basically use random junk and parts and this and that, and we're going to see how effective we could be. It's going to be a shout out and an homage to my early years of first teaching myself how to grow and stealing random parts out of crap. And we're going to see how cheap we can actually do a run. You know, for fun. It's going to be an educational experiment for those who are always asking questions who may not have any money to really start buying toys. But so take a look at the Squatch lighting systems there. Ganjanana, if you don't mind sharing that email. What's up, Sprad Paranormal? Oh, and Sprad, it kind of came to me. I don't know if you sent me the other email. I didn't see it. But I think I went to your channel, but there wasn't anything on it. Or did I go to the wrong channel? I just, like, because, like, have you guys released your paranormal hunting videos and stuff? Or do you just, like, go hunt and you haven't released them, though? Oh, no, that's the email. Sorry, Ganja. Could you share the link for me, please? That would be wonderful. Oh, there is. Aha. See, sorry, Sprad. I mean, I'm not great at the YouTube, and I get confused easily. So, but there we go. Okay, so if I go into the video section, there are actually videos. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Done. I'll be there. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, that's true. At Gary Jr., Roman uses the Squatch lights. If Cadillac Jack was here, he could attest to them too. Cadillac Jack is actually, I think Cadillac Jack owns more Squatch lighting systems than anyone in the world currently right now. I think he's got something stupid like at least 17 to 19 or 20 of the damn rigs, something like that. He's got a shitload of them. Some of them are even custom builds that we did and made him like these big super weird ones for him. That is available too, but costs a little bit more. But all right, I'm stoked to see it though, Brad. I love it, Texas Squatch. You know, you love to grill so much, you're like, I gotta be bad. I need that coal, man. I need to grill some shit, you know? I feel you, man. I feel you. I respect that. But, you know, maybe if you're really, you know, a good boy still, you could just be like, Hannah, just give me the coal, man. I'm cheap. I'm cheap like that. I just want to do some grilling. Yo, Just Corp. No, we're doing really well, my friend. You know, just having a fun show, and we're gearing up to pop a whole bunch of new strains. We've euthanized, we've deep cleaned, everything's perfect now, and so now we don't have to worry about the issues of, you know, those thrip pricks coming back. So we're gonna start a new fresh, and we're gonna do Gazer stuff. But I'm gonna pull out two fun things from the genetic vault, and we'll see, you know, maybe some fun new things to play with there. Nice, dude, Lenny. I mean, I like to do both. I bake, I grill, I like to do it all, you know, that's my thing. Everything has its own special way of finishing. Just like growing, you know, every grow style has its own subtle variation to the finished product, you know? Right? And the big squash is fun. And as much as people like to, you know, shit on the retrofitted baking sheets on those, I fucking love those stupid things. The racks are hot. They're the #1 seller now. People buy the racks, you know, and it makes sense. That's where the industry's at. That's what people want. But Uncle Potsquatch loves these silly, wonderful retrofitted baking sheets. That's actually my happy place still. But at the end of the day, most people want the Squatch rack. I'm just trying to find which plug can I plug in. I've kind of stripped some of the power cords out of here at the moment, so. There, this should fire one up. Boop. There we go. There's a Squatch rack right there, double Squatch rack. But so for the big Squatch, when you get a big Squatch, obviously, so a double Squatch is 2 big Squatches, right? So you got your big Squatch rocking. You got another double big Squatch there, or a double Squatch. The racks are definitely where people are happy now, and I get it. It's the hot, cool way to do it, you know. And our racks are really quite well assembled, easily fixed as well, easily upgraded too if we come up with new strips. etc. So all of our lights are built that way to easily be fixed, parts swapped out, changed, upgraded, etc. Blah, 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 blah. As they bloody should be. If you buy a light, you should be able to have the right to bloody fix it. If it's out of warranty, you should be able to buy parts still to be able to make it work. Woo! 1 second here, everybody. Yeah, no, I feel you, Chris Lure. It sucks, but hey, if it's just fungus gnats that you got, just get yourself some nematodes, and you'll be more than fine. Can someone delete the weird Russian sound var.tech? VarkTech? Can someone delete that, please? It's just spam crap from some random thing. If you don't mind. One of the moderators there. I can't click it on the cell phone. Won't let me do it. Well, exactly. The great thing about the rack is it's a very balanced sort of light in general, and it's great for sort of even coverage, especially if you're someone who's liking to scrog and do a sort of, fill out your tent the max way. That'll give you a nice coverage there. Also, too, the great thing about both the racks and the double squatches, or the squatches built into the retrofitted bake sheets, is they don't have a huge profile. Since we've not attached the driver to any of the light, and it's actually run on leads, okay, you're gonna the fixtures themselves are quite light, so you're gonna reduce your requirements for actual hanging weight, which is great. Makes them much easier to play with. The only really tricky thing is, install the driver. It's quite heavy, so be careful when you're doing that, especially if you're not used to playing around with tools. But I mean, at the end of the day, it works great, and the low profile you can get right up into your tent. So if you're a tent grower or you've got limited height space, if you set it up right, you can get quite close in terms of being flush with the top of the tent there. Right? No, exactly, Chris. Nematodes are dope. I remember, the first time I tried beneficial nematodes, and we had a shitload of fungus gnats, and they're all everywhere, and it's just stupid. I have never seen anything obliterate so quickly an infestation of fungus gnats. And it's just gone within, usually about 3 days, which is astonishing. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, exactly. Totally, Roman, right? Especially if you're in a place where you're really, really hot or running into heat issues. One of the things here at this grow space that I'm running into is, it's underground quite a lot. So if you start to generate a shitload of heat, it just like holds it. And so in the summer that can be rough. In the winter, what I'm running into is because, obviously my wife gets quite cold very quickly. So the furnace is running. So all the pipes going down through the walls from the furnace are just throwing off all of this ambient heat into the space. It's astonishing. And that's one of the things we're battling with here too in this new grow space. It doesn't matter whether it's in the spring, summer, fall, winter, heat's a bitch down here. Sprad Paranormal, what are nematodes? They're microscopic worms, okay? So beneficial nematodes are microscopic little worms. They live in your fucking dirt, right? So any soil propagating soil propagating bag or paste, okay? It's going to live in that dirt, right? Let's say its larval state is propagating in that dirt like a fungus gnat larva, for example. So it's going to go through, it's going to ingest those microscopic worms. Those worms are going to go through the actual larvae. It's going to kill the fucker. It's going to die, kill the babies. That's the whole point of a beneficial nematode. Kill them at that larval state. And then it kills them, and then it actually begins to break down, okay, their body for fucking food for the other beneficial nematodes. It's a beautiful thing. So I hope that helps. What's up, Visible Farms? How you doing, my friend? What's good in the head? No worries, Red Claws. It's all good. Welcome to the show, man. Better late than never, my friend. Right? I mean, Jeremiah Sanchez, anything that is a soil propagating thing, nematodes are your best friends. Just ask Pilgor. Pilgor loves nematodes too. Yeah, see, soil price, I could heat wrap the ducking, but part of me is like, I don't even need it. So I kind of want to see if it's possible to just disconnect all of the piping to down here and just cap it off for now. And then obviously, if I ever needed to work again, just reconnect them. Cap it off and then just put all the heat up into the top of the house. It'd be vastly better that way. Well, Gary Jr., I mean, I do get to do voiceover stuff once in a blue moon, and that's always fun. But at the end of the day, it's a very, very hard industry to break out into. So one of these days, hopefully, you'll see me doing some more stuff. But, that is true. That is true. We're talking about the beneficial nematodes, though. But that is true. Good point. There are bad nematodes, by the way, everyone. Just like, for example, there's also carnivorous thrips. Right? There's actually thrips out there that are not going to hurt your plants. They're going to eat shit. So often in a lot of the bug world, because it's a very diverse family of these types of things, okay, there's usually good ones and bad ones. Just like people. Good people, bad people. Good apples, bad apples. I'm just being silly. But at the end of the day, it's a very common theme to see within the greater family within Mother Nature. So vastly good point. That's a good point, Visible Farms. Yes. So got you down here, Mama. There's bad ones. Yes, there is. Yeah. Trichrome's rocky socks. Is exhausting air also an issue? It is if I don't. But the good, like, I mean, typically in the flowering space in there, when I'm running the AC, and typically since I'm running so many lights in there now, I basically am running my AC nonstop. There's a very good chance I'm going to have to run my AC during the winter as well. But the AC running at least provides more than sufficient exhaust requirements for that small space. It's not a huge space, right? We can crank a lot of pond in there, but it's not a huge room. But since we have 6 rigs with side lighting, so we got 3 up top and then 3 on the walls, it definitely throws off a fair amount of heat in there. But luckily the AC running, I mean, it's a lot of power, but it is what it is. I didn't install a dedicated 80 amps in that room to not run toys though, right? So, is there any easy trick to, it's a good question. There's little things you can do. I mean, obviously, in terms of outdoor plants, PM's it's one of those things that you struggle with. I mean, you could always try to keep the moisture off of it. So if it's a hard rain, building a bit of a covering or something that's not, so you're not getting direct rain onto your plants, trying to watch how much moisture gets in there. If your plants ever get hit with a shit ton of rain or something like that, and they get covered if it's raining like sideways and like that tarp ain't doing shit, or somehow it broke in through your greenhouse window and it still coats them, go in there, give the plants a shake, just shake the water off, obviously. There are strains in general that are going to be mold resistant and PM resistant. So really, I mean, at the end of the day, other than a few little basic things that you can do, the best thing is really to start working with some mold resistant strains. They are out there. Most strains too, in terms of a sort of the plethora of pheno within a genetic, you can kind of sit there and pheno hunt through, and there's going to be ones that are more mold resistant. There's going to be ones that are more pest resistant. And that's kind of some of the stuff you start to look for when you're actually doing a big giant pheno hunt, trying to breed out some cannabis, you know what I'm saying? I know that's not necessarily a direct answer, but I mean, I hope it helps. Pilgor does a lot of outdoors and greenhouse stuff. So Pilgor, if you got any tips on that one too, fire away, my friend. It's your wife's birthday today? Pilgor? Did I miss something? Is it your wife's birthday today, Pilgor? We'll wish her. Hey, Eddie Evans, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you very much, dude. Yeah, Swankshire, but using sulfur in that way, I've always, it's just something that I've never felt right doing. I'm not a huge fan of sulfur products for that. But again, that's just me, right? Like you can all, you could be into it. I mean, for me, I'm not into it. Visible Farm says we use lactobacillus, or lactobacillus. Do tell, Visible Farms. What's lactobacillus? Tell us more. Oh, happy birthday, Dobell. I hope you're having a wonderful day, sister. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Everybody say happy birthday. So it's rice water with milk. Okay, cool. So, and by rice water, is that like literally you just kind of cook some rice and then water that has been cooked with rice, for example, a little bit, or is that like a thing? Another good product is EM1. There we go. There's some great options for you. Perfect. There we go. All right. See? And this is where being a community, all coming together, sharing knowledge, coming together to help each other do well. I think rice pudding's just slightly different, Jason Houlihan, but it is tasty. Can help each other grow and try to build everything up and answer questions and do that. I mean, for me, is simply put, I mean, I'm always an indoor guy. I don't do a lot of outdoor. I've helped friends with outdoor a lot over the years, but for me, simply put, it's I'm an indoor person. That's my happy place. Well, those are some interesting fantasies you'll have in Trichrome's Rocky Stocks. No, I'm just teasing. Good time. Well, there we go. Well, see, and that's the importance of the community, helping each other build each other up, and coming together, hanging out, and sharing and learning. Like, I mean, I remember the first time, because like I was a self-taught grower for many years growing up. I didn't have sort of a bunch of people to talk about with weed stuff too. It was actually pretty funny, actually, how I even started talking to people on Facebook, and and I was kind of doing the YouTube channel, but. I was literally just starting it at the time, and so since we were doing that, I was kind of back into growing. My brain was going 1,000 miles a minute, and I was always wanting to talk about grow stuff. And so Miss Potsquatch, like she's just sick of it, right? Like, no, she's like, no offense, honey, but like, I love you, and I love that you care about growing, and I love that you love what you do, but I really don't give a shit. I can't take any more talking about pot, but I'm pretty sure there's Facebook groups. Go join a Facebook group, and you could talk to people about growing weed. And I was like, oh, is that a thing? She's like, it's probably a thing. Check it out. So I was like, then boom. And that's kind of a big part of how I started talking to people on Facebook and reaching out. And it's great. Learning with each other, sharing each other's knowledge. It's a wonderful thing. All right. Beautiful. Thank you, Big at Visible Farms. Good times. Nah, it's all right, Eddie Muscle TNT. It's just like Mrs. Potsquatch, she isn't a grower. It's not her thing. Right? Hell yeah, Bubba Dank. Nah, I feel you, Eddie Muscle TNT. Yeah, no, we here, we're loud and we're proud, my friend. But yeah, so simply put, oh, I have the fucking keys. Shit, I found them and I brought them down. What have I done with them? That was the thing I was gonna do. Son of a bitch. Where'd I put them? 1 second, everybody. There they are. Whoop. There we go. And I'm pretty sure this is the... Ow! Oh, just walked into the door. That's all good. Bear with me here. Bear with me here, everyone. So, partial list here, because I haven't gone through and done a bunch of the other additions to the catalog. So this is only a partial catalog there. Sorry, everybody. I'm just trying to read. Exactly. I agree, and that is also true. Just reading here, everybody. So one of the things, I don't think I have tons of these beans, but they're one of the more intriguing things that I would say probably very few people have seen something quite like this. As the story goes, now I haven't seen these plants in person. I just received beans of them, okay? But this is it's basically like what I'm calling a black Halloween indica. They just called it a black indica, right? But it comes out basically black with black and orange buds. It's just weird looking, supposedly. So if these are the true beans of that, I mean, I'd like to pop maybe some of those because that if these work out, those could be really really interesting. Some wonderful classic BC stuff. A BC Perps, for example, that could be something to bust out for everybody to see. I'm not gonna bust out the Oahu Golden Indicas yet. Some Alien Rift stuff is something that we shared with a bunch of people, so maybe we should actually try them as well. Next section would be all the stuff from Pilgor that we played with there. I'm just going through and like something that pops out to me right now. Ooh. Part of me would love the last few beans of the King's Kush I have. I'd love to pop some of those. King's Kush, it's a newer Kush, but man, that King's Kush we did, it was just amazing. It made me so very happy inside. But we've already shown that to you in the last few years, so maybe we won't do that one. Oh, okay, I guess I do potentially have some Bubblegum Indica in here, but we already did that a lot on the channel too. So we may not do that one. Another Kush that we could do is maybe a caramel candy Kush. That could be fun. We've already done blueberry indica a lot. We can't do that again. Who would want? We could do a King Tut. Has anyone seen a King Tut? Yep, that can happen too as well. I've seen that as well, my friend. Gotcha. Just sitting here reading. Let's see here. Could always play with maybe a pink Kush crossed by Northern Lights, a rock and roll grandma, which I don't even know what that is. That's just what they called it, so I put it in as that. Got a lot of different variations of Bruce Banner in here. It's quite funny. Ooh, something that could be fun, and we haven't done that one. I've got this an AC/DC crossed by Firefly. AC/DC is a CBD dominant strain. That was the strain that we used in the making of that Sasquatch strain, which was a blending of that then with Master Kush and Trainwreck. That could be fun. I've got a couple of mystery beans from a bajillion years ago that would have been really fun. No, Visible Farms, just be you, never change. It'll be wonderful. We've got a Khalifa Kush we could maybe do. That one, I believe, that Khalifa Kush and the Black Demina here, I believe those actually came from Adam Squatch. Maybe we should finally do those. Let Adam Squatch see those. Bunch of different... there's a lot of stuff here, by the way. I'm just kind of going through and picking things that sound fun to me right now that actually we might do. That could be fun. There's like a cheese by Romulan here. And, you know, what could, you know, hell, if we do that K-Town by Cheese, and if we got a male out of that K-Town by Cheese, that's a good male. And if we could find a nice female out of that one, that could be something that could be a fun cross to then go pheno hunting in. Ooh, that's a classic little purple power plant. That could be fun. Yeah, so those are some of the things. I've got to go through and update the catalog with all this other stuff that's in there. I haven't done that yet because, well, I'm busy. It's there. I know I'll get around to it eventually. So, but those are some of the potential strains maybe that we will have some fun with and share with everybody. Oh, I just threw out a giant bag of beans. I think those are just some CBD things, though. I think those are basically fucking hemp. Oh, wait. Eric's got to open up. Bear with me, everybody. I'm just trying to put these things away. Got some random hemp beans that I had in there that came flying out, so I'll throw those back in there. There we go. There we go. All right. Woo! Standing. It's fun. Yeah, I've got like 3 or 4 different Bruce banners from 4 different sources in there. I do not have Burkle or the Shirley Temple in there, Gary Jr. Not currently, anyway. Bear with me, everybody. Yeah, well, I've got a couple of different variations of some sour diesels in there. I think I've got at least 2 different versions of a sour diesel in there. Another diesel or 2 as well that we do with. I'm not a huge fan of them. That's why I'm always apprehensive. But no, I got to do it all again, even if I'm not the hugest fan of it. Because a lot of people, I'm very particular. I mean, I'm such I'm kind of an old curmudgeon in terms of what I end up smoking or enjoying. Because that's just me being silly. But we'll definitely bust out some stuff like that. One that's in there too that I've always been curious about that I haven't grown. I've just had it in the collection here is a green goblin, which is a sat dom anyway. And that'd be a fun one. I've always kind of wanted just because it's a fun name, and I know a few friends who really quite like the strain, even though I'm not a huge crazy fan of it. Yes, I actually don't have Cinderella 99 in here. It's a bit of a newer strain. So a lot of the newer stuff I don't typically try to get my hands on. Yeah. Sorry, everybody. I'm just reading. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Jason. That's heartbreaking. Bear with me, everybody. No, because I just don't want to sound like an asshole. But yeah, pretty much if it ain't a cushy reality, I'm not a happy boy. That's the honest to God truth. To be fair, if it's something else that I like, it's an indica, typically. Um, like I actually kind of hate sativas with kind of a passion, to be honest with you. But that's okay. I'm gonna grow them. They have their uses, they have their uses. So I'll grow some of those sats out for everybody because I know those people need to see it. I mean, Einstein, whatever floats your boat, that's pretty heavy though, my friend. But hey, whatever floats your boat. Hey, some people like to watch plane crashes, I hear. So yeah, there you go. Hey, Donka Shun, Boston Buds. I appreciate it. I will check. I'm on the phone right now, Boston Buds. So I'll have to check it after the show. But I will definitely do that. So I've never grown them, trichromes, rock socks, but I have smoked both of them. Most of the Skywalker OGs that I've tried that were done well were pretty tasty. A bit new agey, but still, no, like some of the phenos at least that I've met of it, and again, I've only ever smoked different versions of it, but from people, a few different people in town were growing it for quite some time, so it's pretty tasty for sure. And in terms of California Dream. Oh, I think I've smoked it, but it would have been a long time ago. I don't even really have much of a memory of it. So, but I'm sure it's good. But it couldn't have been too much my taste anyway for me to not really remember it at all. That's just me being painfully honest. Right, Sam? Hell yeah. No, exactly, Earth Creeper. Exactly. Bear with me, everybody. I'm just reading. Smoke cess. I've never heard of that one. Never heard of cess, Chris. Again, with the Pineapple Express, I've smoked it. It's not bad. It definitely has sort of some kind of pineapple-y tones to it. Another one is like Pineapple Chunk. I actually have some. I think I only have one bean of it though, and so that one I probably won't even ever really pop. I'll just keep it for my collection. You know, I've got one bean of Pineapple Chunk in there. But I've smoked them both. Again, this is something I've never grown, but I've definitely smoked them. They're good for what they are. It's sweet, it's fruity. I've never been a huge guy into the super fruity things. It's super sweet on its own things. I mean, if it's a cushy funk that's got a sweetness to it, then like I love that all day. But yeah, I won't lie to you. Some of those hardcore, super duper fruity sort of smells are not necessarily my cup of tea. But they're good. I respect and love them, you know, for what they are. But for my personal smoking, it's not my favorite thing. Peace out, Minneapolis Mike 612. And Cali Mist, I have not played with, both in smoking or growing, by the way, and that's at Eric Grant's Artistry. Bear with me, everybody. Hey, much love and peace, brother. Grow Big 207. I mean, I've never seen that or heard of cess. I mean, I've smoked a lot of Jamaican strains. I've actually got a few different versions of Jamaican sort of sats in here as well. Um, And then, you know, one of them is actually old Jamaican beans that came out of old press brick from a very, very long time ago that came out of Jamaica. Total bag seed out of a press brick from Jamaica, which is like, hey, it doesn't get more true Jamaican in many senses than that. So I've always been curious to pop them out and just sort of see. And that's where you know, some of the stuff that's in my collection is really quite old. I'm probably one of the oldest ones I have is almost 40 years old now. But in terms of things in there. I love popping old stuff, and if you can get it to pop and get it to rock, because it's such an interesting sight into pot from years gone by. I love it. I'm reading everybody. Bear with me. Yep, Gary Jr. That's a classic one for sure. All right, how's that black cherry punch treating you? And that's at Sprad Paranormal. Green Crack is a classic. I actually think Gazzers himself just got a bunch of some Green Crack beans in there. Old school. He loved that shit. Okay, so Greg, maybe it's just a generational thing. I've never but there. So Greg feels you on the cess. Bear with me here. I'm just reading everybody. Yeah, the old brickweed, man. Well, and that's the funny thing, right? Like playing with some of the old, so I've grown over the years a lot of different beans that would have come from like old press brick from back in the day. And they're just beans that someone found in like their dad's closet or their mom's closet, in like a weird box at the back of it or whatever. And so they would toss me some. And hell, with modern approaches and modern techniques and modern tech, like growing these old strains, like fuck, man, like some of that old shit was pretty fucking fire. It may not have the same THC levels of some new age strains, but THC is only really one part of the high and the active component to it, really. So like some of this old stuff's pretty fucking awesome. Like I mean, I won't lie to you, I really quite like it. Hell yeah, buddy. Well, the fun fact about a tie stick is actually tie stick in and of itself isn't actually a strain. It's a technique. It's also not utilizing thread. The original tie stick comes from pulling down the fiber of the plant and wrapping the plant with it before flower, and then it flowers into this binding. That was the first way to do it. Then they started using thread when it started becoming a very popular export into Europe and North America, and then they sprayed it down with opium just to give it a little extra kick. So it's kind of like the OG first origin tie stick was actually more of a technique rather than a direct strain, technically usually done on a sat out there, right? But then, then the red thread came in and became a thing, and it was tied to an actual stick, which was a very different reality. And some places would use the thread to bind it, but the most original way to do is actually pull these long fibers back and bind it and wrap it that way. Just reading everyone's messages, by the way. So, well, let's start to tie things up a little bit here. What have we covered over on this episode? Well, you know what? We're going to be starting some beans tonight. We're actually back. We're going to get things going for some stuff. Yeah, right? No, I love a good Afghan Kush too. The only thing that upset me the last time I busted out some of the Afghan beans I had here, and I used all those ones, and I'm kind of glad. Two of the phenos were okay. The one super pheno we got out of it hit like a rocket. It was super strong, beautiful structure, almost black in the stalk and the purple segmentation of it. It was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Rock hard buds, beautiful producer, but it was a pheno that just came up with next to no smell, which is such an atypical reality for an Afghan Kush. The Afghan Kushes I love. I think I love it even more so for the bud structure. I love the smell and the funk to it and the pungency that would come out of this Afghan Kush. Like a bag of Afghan, you smell that and you'd be like, oh, fuck me, Jesus. Right? It was just this smell to it. And for me personally, it was such a letdown when this thing hit, like everything was hit on the nose to where I wanted this pheno to do, minus the nose of it. Have I tried Mazar Kush? I've never grown it. I've got a feeling I've smoked it at one point, and if I'm thinking of the correct thing, I remember it being quite the cushy reality. But it would have just been trying it once or twice a time at one point in time in the past, especially back in the days of the medicinal dispensaries, and we were all growing all these different things. It was a beautiful heyday for our kind here in BC. It was a short-lived one. It was around for a few years, and then legalization happened and fucked everything up. So. Well, exactly. See, there you go, Chris. See, I may have done. I know pressed brick, right? I just didn't know anything by the name of Sass. I've had pressed bricks from Mexico. I've had Jamaican style pressed brick. I've had Thai pressed brick. I've had a lot of weird pressed bricks. Hi, Miss Case Garden. How you doing? Welcome to the show, my friend. I liked the little video I watched the other day, by the way, Miss K. I think it was, and it was like, I liked your editing, I liked the music, I liked the theme of it, and it was like real, positive energy. It was really good. I really loved your video, by the way. It was a good time. Yeah, well, and see, that was the thing for me, Visible Farms. I remember when Bubble Kush first showed up on the scene, and a proper Bubble Kush is such a funky monkey. It's a bit finicky to grow properly and to really get her there, but man, if it's done right, oh, a Bubba Kush has just this beautiful funk. I almost, though, I will say the Death Bubba reworking of it. I mean, I think that there's some phenos in that Death Bubba that have almost taken that funk to almost like a darker place, but a beautiful dark place. And it's just, it gives you goosebumps when you smell it. I love it. Oh yeah, Trainwreck is a very old school, old strain. There, Jason Houlihan's been around for a very long time, and there's something to be said for a properly executed, sexy, funky Trainwreck, yo. That's okay. It happens, Jeremiah Sanchez. Deep breath. Let it roll off your back. But anyway, everybody, to recap, we're going to be popping beans. We're getting back into the thing. We're having some fun. Staggering Productions. I cross Tangerine Dream with Amnesia. How do I dream if I have amnesia? Well, I would say if you have amnesia, you would actually quite possibly dream even more intensely because for brief moments in your dream, you'll have flashbacks of what you forgot. Hell yeah, that's awesome, Miss Case Garden. So we're gonna get all that going. That's what you got to look forward to. We're gonna do some Christmas themed cooking. nobody really had an opinion, so I guess we'll at least do one baked goods, and maybe we'll do some, holiday themed dishes infused as well. So we'll make 2 little videos of cooking this month for you, Christmas themed cooking of some sort. Okay, and also too, remember everybody, coming to you on December 24th, Christmas Eve. I believe it's the 3rd or 4th year we've been doing this now. It's every year it's evolved into something else. But so many years ago, we wrote a story. The first year it happened, 3 or 4 years ago at least, and it was called "'Twas the Night Before Dankmas." Me and Mrs. Potsquatch wrote that together, and wrote "'Twas the Night Before Dankmas," and it's sort of a reworking of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." So we're gonna do a bit of a special Christmas Eve live stream. We're going to be doing some fun. I'm trying to convince Mrs. Potsquatch to do a musical act. I'll probably have a silly, eggnog or two and be an idiot. And, and then we'll do the reading of "'Twas the Night Before Dankmas." It'll be a fun little Christmas themed show. We do it every year. So tune in, grab a glass of mulled wine or something else, or something you like to drink, an eggnog with some rum, who knows, and or a fat doobie and a blunt, or maybe both, Cuddle up with your loved ones and turn on "'Twas the Night Before Dankmas," and it was going to be good. The reading of "'Twas the Night Before Dankmas" is in a live stream we've been doing for years on the channel, 3 or 4 now, and I'm looking forward to doing it this year. Maybe this year's either year 3 or year 4. To be fair, I can't quite bloody remember, but it's going to be a good time. I'm working up on the Christmas decorations up there. Everybody thought that when it comes time to do the show, that we're going to have a nice setup for everybody to see, and the show going to look pretty for you to do and see and stuff. And it's going to be a good time, dear. So tune in for that. I'm going to be wearing my ugly Christmas sweater, wearing my Santa hat, having some fun. It's going to be a good time. But, tune in for that. It's going to be good. I always personally really enjoy doing that every year. It's it's a fun little tradition for Potsquatch Growers and us doing that. So check it out. All right, man. Peace and love. Stay live to Visible Farms. Keep it real and keep it sexy, baby. Yeah. Oh, you saw the Titanic comedy video there, Miss K? Yeah, no, it's funny, right? We're going to be doing more, eventually some more comedic sketch remakes or bad movie remake kind of little sketches. It was all Miss Potsquatch's idea, and that was the first one we did. The next one we're going to do is Dirty Dancing. I'll let you guess who I'm going to play in that one. All right, everybody. So that, new beans coming, Christmas episodes this month. New store should be up in the next few weeks. I'm hoping we'll get it there, and then you'll be able to get all your swag, your grinders, your hats, your t-shirts, your CBD products from the new line, the beard oils. Also, I'm very excited for those of you who are bearded people who would like to try the beard oil. I can't wait to see what you think of it. I quite like it. I think it's rocking and rolling. What's up, Jesus Christ? Good to see you, Jesus. We're just ending the show, Jesus, but welcome to the show, Jesus. I hope you're doing well. All right, but everybody, I love you. We'll have the new store up soon. We'll be doing the cooking videos and all that crap. I don't got anything else to say. Okay, I love you. Remember, the true grower is the forever student. The true grower is not afraid to take risks. The true grower makes educated, stupid decisions. Love yourselves, love your plants, and love each other. All right? All right. I'm sorry, Jesus. Jesus, we'll see you next time, okay? Jesus will be alive and going on Wednesday. Wednesday at 3, Jesus. Our time on British Columbia, yeah. So you can tune in. All right. Peace and love, everybody. God bless. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to all the different holidays out there. Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all the other ones that I can't think of right now. Keep it real, everybody. I love you. We'll see you on Wednesday. Plus, we're going to do some videos for you, too. So don't worry. Stay tuned for those. They're coming out soon. Peace.